Somebody else been a big household name at Marvel is Jonathan Majors, and his trial's been going on for a whole week. This whole week, I guess it started last week, but the actual trial started for a whole week. And some new evidence came out, everybody. And this evidence,
great.
It's not great. If you're a Jonathan Majors fan, it's not great. Again, allegations. We take it for what it is. We're on trial. We have one more week left. And this week, for 3 days, his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabbari, has been on the stand, and she's been talking about their relationship. And they asked her, the prosecution defense, like, tell me that whole night. And so this week, we got to see, that's a whole breakdown from the whole week. We got to see her talk about the whole case. So how she was in the car, and they both confirmed that he got a text from this girl, Cleopatra. I think that's making good. It has to be making good. Make a fake name. That's what it is. Says and he says to her, "I wish I were kissing you. I wish I were kissing you." The trial of Kang. I wish I were kissing you. She saw it. She went to go grab his phone. People will say, "Well, that's his property. He can't grab it." But you're in a relationship. You see something like that, it happens, you know. So she goes to grab the phone. He says, she says, he grabbed her hands, bruised her fingers, hurt her hands. She had a lot of pain, and then he grabbed it back. She got out of the car, and then he threw her back in the car. There is footage of her in New York from multiple blocks chasing him, which is weird. I'm gonna say it's weird. Chasing him around New York for 5 blocks. That's weird. And
in
then,
a car?
No, they both got out of the car, and then he ran away, and she chased him for 5 blocks, screaming at him. And then they got back in the car, and he threw her in the car.
So totally normal.
It's really weird. I'm gonna say this relationship's fucked. I'm gonna say it's fucked. 2 years together. I think it's just fucked. I think there's a lot of head games happening, and there's a lot of issues happening. But she's on the stand talking about it. And then she said she went out afterwards because she said that she was so upset about him cheating on her. And she said, it was on my mind, so I went out. She said she had a few tequila shots. Those people she did not know, but she couldn't be alone because she was going crazy. And she did rack up his credit card bill at that club.
I would have done the same fucking thing. Fuck you, motherfucker.
And they were saying that the defense was saying, well, then you must have been fine. Maybe you hit your head on some speakers at the club or something like that. That's why you were hurt. And she's like, no, I didn't. I had a few drinks. I went home. I couldn't sleep because I was so upset, and I started to hurt. My hand didn't start hurting. My head didn't start hurting. I took 2 sleeping pills to fall asleep. I woke up, and there were cops standing over me saying I was trying to commit suicide. And she said she didn't
take 2 sleeping pills when you've been drinking.
I'm gonna get the whole story, Spree. I'm gonna tell the whole story. Let me tell the whole story. So she said, that's what it was, and she freaked out, and they were asking her a bunch of questions, and she couldn't actually say like it was him. And eventually, the cops apparently got it out of her. Now they showed in the courtroom, they showed the footage of her, but no audio of the actual body cam footage, no audio. And she started crying really bad. She couldn't contain herself. She says, "Please don't play this." She's losing her mind. And the defense was really going after, like, if he really did this, then you have to say something about this. Like, why didn't you say that he did it? And then she started crying, like, well, your ex-boyfriend killed himself. So why are you saying you're suicidal or he's suicidal when you're suicidal? He's saying you're suicidal. You tried to kill yourself. You took sleeping pills. Why are you trying to kill yourself and saying he's suicidal? She runs out of the courtroom. She's like, literally got off the stand and ran out. They had to track her down, bring her back to the court. She was breaking down, crying, an emotional wreck. They got her back on the stand. And the prosecution, after that, was able to get the judge to actually judge, came forward and said, well, we have to release the documents from the UK. Because you came after her so hard about, like, why did she not say anything? We have to release what happened in September of 2022 in the UK. If you don't know about this, talked about on the show before, there was a case, something happened with a police report and hospitalization. Right? That happened. And so she came forward with this evidence. They pushed it forward. And apparently, we got a lot of text messages from the UK. And these text messages are not good for Jonathan Majors. And she says, as I quote, I fear, here's what he says to her. I fear you have no perspective on what could happen if you go to the hospital. He texted her on September 22nd. And he said, they will ask you questions. And as I don't think you actually are there to protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you lie, and they'll suspect something. And then she said, why would I tell them what really happened when it's clear I want to be with you? And she said, I will not go to the doctor if you don't feel safe for me doing so, or don't trust me to. I promise you, I will never mention you because I understand your fear.
So sad.
And he said, last night I considered killing myself versus coming home. I need love too. Or maybe I'm such a monster and a horrible person, I don't deserve it, and I should just kill myself. In this way, my existence is miserable. I want to die. And these were previously sealed because the defense said that it would damn him. It would kill the whole case, and the jurors would say that he's guilty. Now they showed the jurors, they showed them a bunch of stuff. Now Judge Michael Jaffrey came forward and said this was detrimental for the case because they were saying, why would she lie before? Because she said she would lie before in September to keep him safe. So she had to lie again because she didn't want him to go to jail. So they released this. They also gave them pictures from the hospital, the police report from the UK. It all came out to the jury today. All this information is out there before. And again, before this evidence, we were talking about this before the show, this evidence could be, what's the term again, everybody? Exculpatory?
Exculpatory.
Exculpatory. So this evidence before they said exculpatory, and so maybe we don't release this. But again, the judge said, he sealed it before, but now he said it has to come out because you have pushed her so far to the fence that she can't actually give you an actual answer because she can't talk about what happened in September. And because she felt like she had to lie again, she lied again and she tried to protect him. And now we have this moving forward. So Jonathan Majors in a very tough situation, if you ask me. Again, people will say she's very dramatic. She's crying a lot. Here's what I say. Again, as we're as a group here together. If you're in a relationship that's not good and you love the person, you'll say whatever. And then, people in relationships do lie all the time to keep a relationship together because they love them. And, abuse is one thing. We really don't know their inner workings of the relationship. To me, it seems like, again, these are all allegations. We'll have to wait. I want to hear from the taxi cab driver. I want to hear from all these different witnesses coming forward. But to me, I think Marvel is going to fire Jonathan Majors. I think this is too sticky. Megan Good, I think, is Cleopatra. And I think this is a bad situation for Marvel and Jonathan Majors. And they're trying to say, again, there was that whole voice message they played the other day, too, where he's like, I'm a great man. I need a great woman like Michelle Obama, and you are not that. And I think that it just was a bad relationship. And I think whatever happened, it got bad. This is not an Amber Heard, Johnny Depp thing, if you ask me. This is 2 years.
Dude, there's a difference between a bad relationship and beating the shit out of your girlfriend and fucking guilting her into not going to the fucking hospital. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah. So Sabrina,
what are you actually saying right now?
Do you think he might be a little fucked right now after this evidence came out?
Yeah. I thought he was fucked a long time ago. He can go fuck himself, actually.
It's still allegations, Sabrina.
Sure, for you it's allegations. For me, it's fucking, he fucking did this shit. He did this shit all day. I will fucking go on record saying that, even though this is a small record, I'm still going on record saying it. He definitely beat the shit out of that poor girl for 2 fucking years and fucking had her so snowed. She's a fucking idiot too, obviously. But I don't know, if you don't, and it's hard because people who do that, they're really good at it. Right? So he fucking beats the shit out of her and then he fucking apologizes in such a amazing way and makes her feel so fucking good that she's like, it was just a bruise, it's not a big deal. And then goes back and then it happens again. And then the highs are so high and the lows are so low that it's just this weird, it's like a fucking constant bell curve. And I feel really bad that she allowed him to do that to her for so long. I also feel really bad that people like this are allowed to exist in society. Mm-hmm. And I also the fact that he could manipulate her to the point where she wouldn't go to the fucking hospital to get treatment for him beating her to protect him is fucking beyond repair. She's going to be fucked up forever and ever and ever. And I feel really bad for that.
But Sabrina, here's a big thing to me. It's he's threatening suicide, and her ex killed himself.
Again, manipulation. 100%. That's exactly what I just said.
And that's
he fucking manipulated her to the point where she was a fucking puppet and did whatever the fuck he wanted. Mm-hmm. And it only took him cheating on her and finding someone else that was better to make this fucking situation fucking come to a head. Or else he'd still be fucking beating her and she'd still be fucking hiding it and not going to the fucking hospital. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. You're a fucking piece of shit scumbag and you can kindly go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. I don't appreciate anybody abusing anyone. I don't appreciate fucking people not having compassion for other human beings, especially the person that you're supposed to be in love with. You also did something super weird before. You said people in relationships lie all the time. That's weird.
Who said that?
You.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
You did,
what?
Brian.
Did I?
Thank you, GR.
I didn't mean that, everybody. I'm sorry.
That's a terrible thing to say.
I've had a few drinks.
Terrible thing to say. If there's anyone that you should be able to be fucking honest with, it's your fucking partner. You know what I mean? That is fucking awful. Like I like fuck that. I don't like understand like why like, and if she has to lie to other people for her partner, I'm fine with that.
I meant lying for your partner. That's what I meant. People lie for your partner.
I'm just saying, I'm fine with like if I had to protect fucking someone from something or whatever, fine. But like I shouldn't have to protect myself from you, which is what she had to fucking do. So fuck him. He can fuck himself. There's also a whole fucking line of people who are ready to fucking say what a piece of shit he is.
There's a lot of people out there saying he's abusive.
And your weird takeaway was like basically like, well, I think Marvel's gonna fire. Yeah, they fucking are. Yeah, they fucking are. And he fucking deserves it.
Racer X, Jonathan Majors believes in equal rights and equal lefts. Putting it out there. To me,
very good.
I like the Stan Lee quote earlier from Razor.
Oh, yeah. Queen. Was that Queen? I think that was Queen.
But GR, people online have been saying for a long time, like trying to stand up for him.
She had a good one about, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but she had a really good one. She said Kang is a time traveler. Of course, he knew Cleopatra. That was also really good.
That's pretty good. But people have been trying to stand up for him. Like, and I'm again, allegations, but like the prosecution has a bunch of people, and they're saying like at least like 6 different girls from this past saying that he lied about, you know, oh, they're all going to stand up for me. They're like, I never gave a statement. And the taxi cab driver, too, there was a whole thing about the taxi cab driver. They're like, oh, he'll verify. He has video, and he'll verify that all that's wrong. But now there's no video. And he's saying, I did not give that report. GR, you hear this. Okay, again, innocent until proven guilty, of course. But
not for me. That motherfucker's guilty as shit.
Do you think that this was an abusive relationship? Maybe. Probably not a good relationship, GR, right? And it might affect his career in the future. Think that'll happen?
Duh. I mean, I'm definitely a believer in your innocent until proven guilty. But this guy's a dirtbag.
Mm-hmm.
And if she wants some protection, all she has to do is call me. I'll take care of it. I know.
Amen, GR. She hot.
Back in the day, they taught us 98 ways to kill you with this. I don't care how big fucking you are. You can go down, bitch. You don't hit a woman for any fucking reason. Any man that hits a woman is not a man. He's a piece of shit punk.
And a coward.
A coward. You're right.
Sorry if I sound a little bit.
No, you're slurring. I love it. It's Drunk
great,
Friday.
GR.
Do it, GR. Do it.
Because GR, like, honestly, before this came out today, and before I heard this evidence, there was evidence from the UK, and I was like, again, we have to hold back from releasing it, of course, because of judicial system. We can't just put it out there. But I feel like GR's pan is strong. Yes, it fucking is. Don't fuck with GR. But I think that overall, like, it's a fucking tough situation. And I think she was scared. And people are Amber Hearding her right now. And I get Amber Heard, which I get for a long time. Rude. And that shit was like, the way it built up. But this is like,
stepped on a bee.
This is like, I feel like this incident happened, and the criminal, I think, really did care for her. I care for him, and I don't think she wanted to turn him in or do anything. I think she just wanted him to be with her forever because she loved him. I think her love is there, though, Ron. I think her love for him still exists, and maybe that's an abusive thing, but I think her love is there for him.
No, it's 100% an abusive thing, Brian.
Yes, yes, but I'm just saying allegations again. I don't want to be too crazy, but
no,
yes.
Dude, there's a series of text messages that were released that prove.
I know
that
he was telling her a lot.
It's not an allegation. This is not an allegation.
And they're saying the same thing. Like his defense is saying, well, this is the justice system going after, like, you know, it's a racial thing. And I'm like, I think it's just that you fucking are at the top of your game.
All right, GR, you're excused.
I need a drink. At the top of your game, and you're worried about your future because you know that your shit just hit the fan. Ron, you hear this. What are your thoughts on this Jonathan Majors court case going forward? It's been going on for a long time. I know we've discussed it briefly in the show, but what do you think after hearing these new allegations moving forward? Do you think Jonathan Majors will be okay?
One thing I'm going to say before that is race or abuse is not protected by any race. Mm-hmm. Abuse is just not. It's just abuse. I've got a lot on that. Is he going to be protected? Did you say?
Will he be okay?
Will he be okay was the question.
No, he'll be forgotten. He's not.
Amen.
Majors,
I hope so.
Majors is not major enough to survive this. And in 2 years, nobody will even know who he is. He'll be serving you a pizza at that place that got torn down once they rebuilt it.
Oh no, his ego is way too big for that. He's probably gonna fucking kill himself or fucking disappear himself.
I hope not that, because I don't think that's the answer to anything. I hope not that.
I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying someone with that big of an ego, like who has touched the fucking greatness that he has touched, is not going to be able to live without it. And I hope he goes to fucking jail, to be honest.
Does she love him? Absolutely. That's why.
100%.
That's why she's making all these excuses. It's classic abusive relationship.
Well said, Ron.
The way that she's going, it's classic. I mean, this is textbooks are written on this. She's
100%.
protecting him. She loves him, even though she knows he's killing her. It's horrible. It's in the wing. It's in the realm of narcissism also. Mm-hmm. And it's like this. It's just this web that's closing in on her, and she can't get out, and she doesn't want to, and she wants to,
Yeah.
You hear all of that in Psych 201.
Yeah. Okay, I won't hold back. I've been holding back, but I do think he's fucking guilty. I've been holding back for a long time, but I think he's fucking guilty. And I knew these allegations, Ron, you're right. It's like Stockholm syndrome kind of, it's like you're fucking stuck with somebody, you love them so much, and all you want to do is when the whole manipulation. I look at manipulation. It's like you're saying you're going to kill yourself, and you know that it's a trigger word for her. It's a fucking trigger word. Her boyfriend killed himself. That's right. Fucking tough. I can't imagine if I was dating someone, they killed themselves, and the next person I'm with says they're gonna kill themselves if you
manipulation,
something they don't want. Like, and you know what? And this is why.
That's the fucking key. That was his fucking key.
And this is why the defense said this is damning to him. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking damning.
In his head, she can't now do anything to him because now she feels sorry for him. She wants to help him. She has gone through this. She does not want to go through that again. And so what a great excuse. I mean, he's a master manipulator. And to me, that's a very, very ugly man. That is not, no tolerance. No tolerance.
He's a dirt
and by the way, I'm sorry. This is probably I'm sorry, GR. This is probably an unpopular opinion. I don't think he's that great of a fucking actor. Like Kang is fucking a very subpar situation for me personally. He has been good in other things like that Lovecraft show. He was pretty good in. He also there was like the Last Man in San Francisco or something. I can't remember what it's called. But I didn't see it, but I've heard from many people that he was spectacular in that. So I can't say that he's not. He went to the Yale School of Acting, but his Kang, especially in the season 2 of fucking Loki, no thank you. No fucking thank you.
Racer X has a toxic relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to think about how hard his team fought to keep this information out.
They fought fucking hard.
About it,
yeah, I mean,
I talked about it before the show started, and I don't know if most of the people know. A lot of the reason that stuff didn't come out from England is because as long as there's a trial going on in England regarding a suspect, nothing can be released to the public.
You guys from the UK? Putting that information out there for people.
This dirtbag got away with it because the trial was going on. Now, bitch, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
What's fucking funny is that it's his team that fucking made it come out because they were pushing her so fucking hard. Like then they were like, well, now we have to fucking get the evidence introduced.
That's
where I come from. That's called SOS.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Where I come from, that's called motherfucking karma, bitch.
That's what drives me nuts.
That too.
It drives me nuts. So I'm like, how? I mean, I get it. It's a legal system. You can't put it all out there. I mean, it's we have checks and balances for a reason. But like when I see
stupid reasons.
When I see this, and I'm like, I guarantee the prosecutor's like, you have to fucking put this out there. And I guarantee the next witness is coming forward only gonna damn him even more. He sat there, he couldn't look at her when she said this. I think she did not want this to happen. And he forced her hand by what he did on March. And if it wasn't for March, it never would have happened. Maybe they would have broke up eventually. But like, honestly, this man is a true villain in my eyes. My
question is, fucking does his new wife, Cleopatra / Megan Good, is she?
It's true, Zach.
Is she confused that like now she's like, oh wait, that was real? Like I wonder if she's gonna file for an annulment. I fucking would.
Well, I saw online. I don't know if it's actually true, but he was calling her the Mrs. online. So there's a rumor that they got married secretively before all this trial. They got married so that he would have her by his side to hold her hand and be like, this is my Michelle Obama, apparently. because that's what he wants. He wants somebody like her. That's what he was saying, or like
because he deserves that.
King's wife.
Someone who beats the shit out of women deserves a Michelle Obama. Fuck you, dude. Rotten hell. You're a fucking loser.
Well, that's where we're at right now. I think, though, at the end of the day, Jonathan Majors, now this evidence came out, they said it was damning. I think it is damning. I think that his career probably will be done. Honestly.
This variant can fuck itself in jail.
This variant can fuck himself.
Fuck itself in jail.
You know,
or hopefully get fucked by everyone else in jail.
Somebody will use him like a bitch.
Thank you. Drop the soap, motherfucker.
They'll drop the soap for him.
Whatever. Fuck him.
Anyways,
all the time.
I think that if you do this to somebody, if you someone you love, you can actually get to this point walk away before you do it, because it might just fuck you in the end because you don't fucking touch a woman.
Fuck you in the ass.
And apparently,
I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to do that.
You're welcome.